Julian Neo, Managing Director, DHL Express Malaysia and Brunei, joins us now online to discuss ESG and logistics operations. Good morning, Julian. Thank you so much for making the time. How are you today?
Good morning. Very
Wonderful.
good. Thank you very much.
Julian, my first question for you is how can green logistics proactively address these evolving compliance requirements and stakeholder demands as Malaysia also wants to move towards introducing the ESG standards framework by end this year, a few short months away?
Sustainability has quickly moved up then from the sidelines to center stage in the recent years, right? Especially with technology being the key driver of the process. From accelerating net zero transitions to building better value and supply chains. It's gone up from fringe to mainstream, having risen rapidly to the top of every corporate agenda, with more stakeholders now looking beyond corporate balance sheets as the sole determinants of companies' worth. They want to engage with companies dedicated to value creation and demonstrate their commitment to ethical and moral responsibilities. On the consumer front, green consumerism is fast becoming one of the biggest trends in the global market as we speak, as more consumers also seek to engage with brands with green practices in place. This phenomenon is particularly pronounced in Malaysia, with more than 6 in 10 Malaysians preferring sustainable brands. That's about 67%, and reiterating the environment-conscious behaviors from brands that weigh heavily in their mind. Interestingly, the COVID-19 pandemic crisis has played an important role in heightening awareness and willingness among consumers to pay more environmental-friendly products. As a logistics provider that is long embedded ESG into our core operations, we are responsible for setting example in our industry for being a sustainable leader. Over the years, we have repeatedly redefined logistics from pioneering the first green logistics product to becoming the first logistics company to commit a net zero emission target by 2050. Being consistent in our global allow us to have a positive, long-lasting impact and to establish synergies with our customers who have also set their own sustainability goals. For example, we have learned that Scope 3 emission, the indirect emission that occur in a company's value chain, account for up to 90% of a company's total carbon footprint, and that transportation and distribution represent the largest source of this Scope 3 emission. We took action. The result was the launch of our Go Green Plus program, which offers customers more reduced emission shipping options than ever. At the local level, we applaud the government's recent announcement regarding the implementation of ESG framework to facilitate transition to renewable energy for local companies. At DHL, we firmly believe that achieving sustainability goal requires a collective effort from all segments of the society, and only through forging meaningful cross-sector collaboration can we successfully navigate the ESG journey to create a sustainable future.
Thanks very much for starting off with that, Julian. I love the fact that you're emphasizing already the 3 Ps, profit, people, planet, and at the same time, there are so many other issues that we can actually go into deeper when it comes to logistics, right? There's the forward and reverse flow of products, information and service between point of origin, point of consumption. And it was very enlightening that you said 90% of the emissions actually originate from this chain. Moving along from there, Julian, what are some green logistics trends and technologies that you've observed are transforming the industry towards sustainability in the medium term, perhaps?
So DPDHL as a group is at the forefront of innovative developments in green logistics. From being committed to a measurable carbon efficiency target right back in 2008 to accelerating the pace of its decarbonization efforts by investing a total of 7 billion euros over the next 10 years in targeted measures aimed at reducing carbon emission. As part of the group's sustainability goal of achieving net zero emission by 2050, the company launched a Go Green Plus service that allows customers to reduce, and this is not offsetting, this is insetting, the carbon emission associated with their shipments through the use of sustainable aviation fuel, or what we call as SAF, early this year, while attributing to the interim target of using 30% of SAF for all our air transport by 2030. And that cuts emission by up to 80% as compared to a conventional jet fuel. With this program, customers can reduce the Scope 3 emission, including indirect greenhouse gas emission in their value chain, such as last mile fulfillment and transportation. They also have the flexibility to decide to what degree they would like to reduce their carbon footprint and their investment into SAF. What we will do next is to use the contribution to invest in SAF. An independent third-party agency, Societe Generale de Surveillance, or what we say as SG, will then verify the emission reduction value of the purchased sustainable aviation fuel annually and verify all their investment that has been used exclusively for SAF. The customer will in turn receive a certificate with the emission reduction value, which can be used to reduce their own Scope 3 footprint. Besides sustainable fuels, we have also invested heavily in electric vehicle operations in Malaysia. Our pursuit of a clean last mile took shape in September 2022 with the introduction of 6 electrical vans, making DHL Express Malaysia the first logistics provider in the country to transition to a commercial electric vehicle fleet. On track with our plans, we have a 10 in total in our fleet, and we expect to bring our total fleet to 51 electric vans by end of this year. The deployment will be expanded to the other states. Once deployed, these electrical vans will perform the same function of picking up and delivering shipments, serving as a reliable alternative to conventional vans within our fleet.
Great to hear, Julian, about the fact that DHL seems to be hitting all the areas, and particularly to learn about this new term, insetting rather than offsetting it, including switching to EVs for transport and etc. So moving along from there, Julian, another area I'd like for you to emphasize is how can cross-sector collaboration double down on green shipping practices to achieve Malaysia's net zero emissions target by 2050? Perhaps if you could share any relevant examples.
Good question here. Cross-sector collaboration has emerged as a promising means for addressing complex sustainability challenges, whether to encourage sharing of best practices and lessons learned across sectors and foster collaborative R&D efforts to drive innovation in green shipping. A case in point, the launch of the Go Green Plus service is made possible following DHL's recent collaboration with BP and Nest globally to supply more than 800 million liters of sustainable aviation fuel to DHL Express hubs around the world until 2026. Contributing to the interim target of using 30% of SAF for all our air transport by 2030. We expect the strategic collaboration with both corporations to save approximately 2 million tons of carbon emission over the aviation fuel cycle, equivalent to roughly annual greenhouse gas emission of 400,000 passenger cars, enabling 12,000 carbon neutral long-haul flights, and that's the extent of it. In February this year, DHL Express entered into a partnership agreement with a local SME, Wellness Group Limited, a fast-growing Asia-based international nutrition company, where they became the first customer in Asia Pacific to use the Go Green Plus service for their shipments. This partnership aligns Wellness' sustainability objective to achieve a year-on-year reduction of 10% in carbon emission for all their international shipments until 2030.
Fantastic. And one last area, Julian. How is transparency in ESG reporting key for enhancing business operations of the logistics industry in Malaysia? And perhaps also your recommendations for organizations still hesitant about investing in ESG reporting?
Well, I think there's no right solution to sustainability or a quick change to pivot the company's operation quickly. The best solution depends on each company's ambitions and stakes, while recognizing it involves a long-term strategy that supports economic growth and eco-friendly practices. It means ensuring today's decision would lead to a more sustainable future than yesterday. ESG reporting remains voluntary in many countries, but we are seeing a noticeable shift towards potential mandatory disclosure in the foreseeable future. This trend stems the growing interest among individuals to gain deeper insights into a company's non-financial performance, excluding mere financial indicators. At DPDHL Group, we have taken a voluntary approach to enhance our sustainability reporting practices. Since 2021, we changed our sustainability reporting by including ESG information in the annual report, along with the introduction of supplementary materials like ESG stat book and presentation. allowing our stakeholders to better understand our sustainability performance better and track our progress over time. By being transparent and showcasing our commitment to customer excellence, we aim to become a leader in this sphere that is pursuing the ESG agenda to a greater heights while being the preferred provider and investment of choice that create a positive environment. With sustainable necessities change, global and local organizations are also increasingly recognizing the importance of embarking on a sustainable journey to meet their common shared goal, which is to achieve net zero emission by 2050. Viewed as a journey, sustainability progress can be accelerated where organizations collaborate, exchange insights, and share innovative practices. By working together and share innovative practices, the collaborative impact of sustainability initiatives can be magnified, leading to more significant and meaningful change. Even if an organization starts the ESG reporting process by only focusing on a few key metrics, taking the first step is very crucial. It demonstrates a commitment to accountability and solidifies a foundation upon a further sustainability to build a better world for all of us.
Thank you so much, Julian, for emphasizing again the importance of ESG reporting. And FYI, according to McKinsey research, an ESG strategy can actually boost operating profits by as much as 70%. Deloitte also found that ESG mandated assets could make up half of all professionally managed investments by 2024, totaling an incredible 35 trillion USD. Thank you very much once again. That was Julian Neo, Managing Director, DHL Express Malaysia and Brunei, taking us through how the high-value and essential logistics industry can continue to operate well into the future in a sustainable and healthy environment. We take a quick break now. See you shortly, right back here on Niaga Spotlight.